Miss y'all.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Um, so we're back. It's another View in the Brains podcast. I'm here with Mo.
Yeah, I'm here, you guys. How you doing?
Where you at? What is that? A mansion?
No,
What you got going on behind you?
it's just incognito location.
Okay, so we're at an undisclosed location. We have Mo, and of course you already know that I'm Luke. So you already know what time it is when it comes to that. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me see. So we're doing a new thing with the mics. I see. Shout out WPMM for hosting us and having us as usual. And we are back in the studio. So today, as y'all can see, we have creepy things about the music industry and stuff
Yeah.
and stuff. So this is Mo's topic. So Mo, what brought you to
What brought me to this topic?
dive into this?
I was going down a rabbit hole on TikTok. I don't know. I just started watching. I was watching Jaguar Wright interview, like her latest interview, and the next thing I know, I got on TikTok. Like I switched from YouTube to TikTok, and you know, the social media gonna give you what you're looking for. I went down this whole rabbit hole on how like majority of every female in the industry is really male, whether that's music or like acting
Yeah,
or athletics, like anything that has to do with like entertainment.
entertainment and media. Yes. What has the world become?
A sick place.
What do we fall into?
A sick place.
So I agree with that because I have been on that rabbit hole myself, and you'll be shocked.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that's out there talking about this stuff.
I mean, it need to be talked about, y'all. Like, I'm scared, low key.
Especially when it comes down to the scientific aspects of proving that these things are really going on. Because when you tell people stuff, they don't really want to. It's like it reached that place in your brain where it's like, okay, stop. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Right.
too much now.
Right.
But when you look at science to support certain things, you find yourself in a whole nother world.
Yeah.
So the shape of the man's body, the torso, as it's an upside down triangle,
Inverted triangle.
inverted triangle, wide shoulders, slim at the pelvic region. For a woman, it's different. It's an hourglass shape,
Right.
right? So it's two triangles. Okay. And you can only start there. I'm just saying, like, you start
That's all
there.
you can do, honestly. I was down this rabbit hole and I was like, dang, well, what if this person is really not what they say? And I kid you not, the next few videos was like all these women who are really mean. I could name a few.
Guard your children.
That's what they going for, though. They going for the kids because they start grooming them at a young age.
Right.
My theory is, now this is just my theory, yo guys. Don't try to come for me. But my theory is, you know how like they have like the child trafficking or the sex trafficking and all these kids go missing? I feel like they like go down into the underworld, like the under tunnels and stuff. And then that's where I guess the elites try to pick which person is next up. And if it's a boy that they turn into a girl. It's heavy, but you just gotta follow me. So I was doing a deep dive,
Okay.
and Alicia Keys was on the Cosby Show earlier in her time, but it was a boy. If you go through
The timeline of it?
the timeline of it, she was on there like, you know, was it with Olivia and them?
Really?
Yeah, remember that little episode where Olivia and her friends were over and Bill Cosby was like babysitting them, and then he was like bouncing them on their leg and stuff. One of the little boys, like the last little boy before it was like I guess Steve, the little white boy, that's Alicia Keys. Yeah.
I keep on falling in love with you.
Yeah, huh?
Oh.
I mean, you can tell
Okay.
though, cause again, I went on a deep dive now, And what they do is, as the boy grows up, they start doing surgeries and stuff to give them that figure of or physique of a girl. So like the Adam's apple gets shaved down. They have like injections or whatever in certain places to give them like breast and a butt. They try to chisel like that hourglass BBL shape, but it never. A BBL is just really just added on fat. So if you add on fat to a person that's really like a board, it's gonna look awkward.
Like it does in a lot of these pictures.
Right, and they start pumping like estrogen in them and stuff like that to give them like a light, dainty voice and stuff, and try to give them like physical features of a female. But you can always tell what is and what ain't.
Okay, so I got a question from that, because there's things that have to be thought about when you're dealing with that, because these children, these inverted children and children that have been being messed with and manipulated is all throughout the industry. Okay, so hey, there's something I want to touch on after I ask this. The children that are being dealt with in this way, like you can see Orlando Brown, you know, he kind of going through. He was a child. We saw him.
Right.
Raven-Symoné, all them. Even if you're going through that transition from a boy to a girl, does the child have a choice? A. And then secondly, how do they control the mind from still growing up or maturing under masculine juice?
Okay, so I feel like no, they don't have a choice, because it's like I feel like the parents always have something to do with it. Like when it comes to Aaliyah, her mama knew R. Kelly wanted her, so she just pretty much gave it to her. Like,
well, it was Dame Dash first.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z.
All them.
And that's a whole nother.
Timberland.
Yes.
That's sick. I don't like Timberland just for that. How you go marry somebody who looks just like Aaliyah and you telling her this, and ladies okay with that?
Because of you got the status and the money and the star power.
Ain't no way. Because he always, no matter how much in love you think he is, he really just in love with Aaliyah. But yeah, I digress.
see, this the thing. This the thing, because I also saw, because recently there was an article that was released in, like, I don't know if it was Rolling Stone. It was one of those magazines like that, where they talk about all of these adult actors, like Ben Affleck, different actors like this, A-listers, that they were all in a relationship with somebody that was like underage. 14, 16, 17, 19, right? And the way the tabloids are sweeping our people, you never even heard about this stuff. You saw them pictures, and then they came and they went. Yeah. So they don't talk about it or expand on it, but then every so often throughout the timeline, it'll pop up again. Let's look at these people again. These people were literally dating 14 and 15-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? So then the question comes like why?
Why? I don't know. Ooh, I have my theories, but I don't know. Okay, so you know how like we was talking about how like the Kardashians have like that whole kitchen with blood and stuff? I feel like they get some type of, what's the word for it? They get like a rise out of harming children. So like they harbor their blood to stay like alive, like to stay like youthful or whatever. Because ain't no way a white woman is almost 60, 70, and she still looks like she's like 30.
Oh, they've already started manufacturing cosmetic products with drops of human blood.
It's a perfume. They was talking. It's a perfume called like Baccarat Rouge, something like that. That has like children's blood in it.
Exactly. This has been going on. It's just the stage has now been set for these things to be released. It's okay, but when it comes down to the child stars, the child actors, what's theorized, you know how they like to say, what's theorized is that when you get these people young, these people are trying to get into the industry themselves. So you get these people young, you can then siphon the energy from their creative ideas and talents and apply them onto a person that's already been in the industry. You feel me? Which is called, what's the word? Spirit cooking.
Right.
They call that spirit cooking. So they get in an intimate relationship with these children because intimacy is the easiest way to extract somebody's energy. Oh, I know all about that. I got plenty of stories of energy extraction through sexuality. Trust me, I know. So the reality is that people are actually out here practicing these things, even in the public domain.
Right.
But we're going to stay music-wise today.
Yes.
Because this is important to understand that the industry that we support and love, that we have given so much of ourselves into, has been a manipulation tactic since earlier days, way earlier. Okay, go ahead and continue.
With what?
Well, you got your list for today, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so my first question was, who do you think that is in charge of the music industry? Like, who you think run it?
Who runs the music industry?
I had a theory that it had to be like the Freemasons and all the secret societies.
That's underneath who runs it.
Underneath.
That's underneath. That's it's levels to this. Since you're going ethereal, we can go there.
Okay.
First, we must bless this space so that everything that we give to the public is transferable energy according to the Most High's will.
Right.
Right? Because now we're finna talk heavy. So you asking who runs the music industry? Well, it's the contracts that run the music industry. The issue with the contracts is who's printing up the contracts, who's deciding what words go in the contracts, and what actions are the contracts supposed to take after they've been signed.
Okay.
So the people are literally slaves to contracts. Every artist, they're enslaved to a contract.
Tory Lanez was talking about that.
Okay. Well, what did he say?
He said that, well, Tory Lanez, Prince, all of them was talking about it. They said that, like, once you become an artist or once you get signed, you sign over pretty much your rights to your music. So no matter how many streams you get, you still gonna get like a small piece of what you getting. And then after you get the small piece, you have to pay taxes on whatever you just brought in, even though you only got a small piece.
Right.
So then that's why you have to pretty much live check to check, because you have to push out more music to see if you can get more and pretty much catch up. It's like a rat on like a little spinning wheel thing.
Exactly, like a hamster on a wheel. So if you want to put it in perspective, most of these artists that we call big names and things like this, most of them are living the same way as if somebody's working at Navy Federal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they get their check every so often. So the more shows they can do, the more tours they can go on, the more promotional stuff they can do that the label isn't touching that money, then that's how they amass their money real fast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So most of the artists are just like you and me when it comes to finances. You know, and they have to put on the act of having it so that people will give it to them more. You feel me?
Right.
Then once you cross that threshold financially, now you know. Now, outside of that type of deal, where you grinding from the ground, you can get the type of deal where somebody funds you all the way up there, from here to there, which is what the label provides.
Right.
We'll pay for the image for you, but in exchange for that image, you used to have to give a certain percentage of your masters and your publishing rights, right? That was an exchange. So we would be raping it, as the CD said. That's why they harp so much, say like Mariah Carey sold 11 million in the first week,
right?
And it's like a big accolade. Sexy Red and them only doing 28,000. They don't even compare. You feel what I'm saying? So the type of deal that they're in is not conducive to having longevity in the music industry.
Right.
It's not. So when we take those type of numbers, and they used to exchange the value of that for your record sales. So they would spend more time developing the artist, spend more time marketing the artist, because they expected a bigger return for the artist, right?
Right.
So then that was that exchange, okay? Now you still have people that was manipulating the music, but like I was having a conversation earlier, the vibration of the music, the vibration of our people, we didn't understand what was going on in the game.
Right.
Because the Jews were running the machine. And they still are, because they understand how the machine works.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you overlap an industry with a machine, which gives it a certain template to follow, and if I never teach you the template, or never teach you that a machine is over the top of it, I get to run the machine, so I control it. Now you got to come to the machine to get access to the rest of the world, right? So the Jews was running the machine.
That's crazy.
But in that time, we had the proper vibration. So we were good. We just didn't know nothing. Now we have information with no vibration. We got all this knowledge about things, but we don't know how to vibrate our heart, mind, us. So we don't know how to vibrate them all together.
That's crazy.
But back then, we knew how to have fun. It's summertime.
Yeah.
Good, right? That's good vibrations.
Year 2016, all the music was so popping.
It was good. Now we don't have that. We have all this knowledge, intimate knowledge, no vibration. But people call shit a vibe, but it's not a vibe.
It's not.
It's not really a vibe, okay? So if they was exchanging monetary value and contractual paperwork to be exchanged on the stock market in exchange for the vibe that they had in the 90s and 80s, right? What do we have now? You have people that are signing their name in blood in order to be popular,
right,
and famous. Back then, you got famous and popular after you were successful.
Right.
So you had to work hard for success, practice, and go to the studio all the time. Ike and Tina.
Auditions.
You know what I'm saying? All the auditions, all the tryouts, all of this, the traveling. You had to really put in the work to be a part of that game.
That's crazy.
But now, all you got to do is act like, and they'll give you a contract to sign in blood. Why do you think so many artists dying?
Because they done signed the wrong type of contract.
Right. They done signed the wrong contract. Now let's go a step further. Okay. So you see Diddy's now getting in trouble, right? Okay. So Diddy was the man, look. All right, now we finna break this down because this is the part about Diddy that people not understanding. Diddy is really a genius in his craft. Okay. And I'm gonna explain why.
He's an evil genius.
Huh?
He's an evil genius.
It don't, when it comes to business, it don't matter. Because from a corporate perspective, business is a neutral, you know what I'm saying? So it's like whatever means I have to take to get the business, to get the money to flow to me, I'm gonna take those means. I'm gonna let you decide what's bad and what's good.
Right.
You understand? Meanwhile, I'm still sitting on the nest egg. But you gotta look at what Diddy did. In the beginning of Diddy was the first one to come out with what's called a 360 deal. And people don't understand it. He would bring artists in and he would give them an opportunity to be good. So I would give you the opportunity to be good, but I'm making all this money off of what you're producing, right? But anything past the contract length is on you. Jeezy. Remember Young Jeezy? Young Jeezy was a dope boy already. So Diddy gave him access to all the streams of radio and this, that, and the third, XYZ. Then he picked it up and he did everything else himself. You know what I'm saying? That's the true representation of a 360 deal.
Okay.
The problem is, it wasn't called that back then when Diddy was doing it. And these younger artists don't understand longevity. They only understand YOLO.
The here and now.
Right. So they living for right now. You feel what I'm saying? Which is the trap. So now the Jews done caught wind of Diddy's genius contract scheme. And now that's why you see all these artists dying.
That's crazy.
Because they've now masterly removed him out of the way. They got his contract details, and they're spreading that junk out to all our young people.
Oh my God.
You understand what
that is crazy.
It's all divided. When you pay attention to how the money moves, then you understand. Because before Diddy, people was getting signed to 10, 15-year contracts, 2 or 3 CDs, albums, like James Brown type contracts. In the 90s, those type of contracts slowed down, and Diddy that's when he rose to power from the 2000s to like that little gap when he was.
So all the people he signed.
That's when they caught wind. Oh man, how is he signing these people like this? Okay, now we got to get them out the way. They all gay.
Yeah.
They all gay. It ain't like it's come on now.
It's a theory I have.
You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it a buck. Like, we know this now. You know what I'm saying? Women back in the day used to be like, my gaydar going off.
Right.
You feel me?
They can't even see it now. I could tell. I could smell.
You see?
I can smell it.
Well, it ain't like y'all don't know. You just need to get off that birth control.
It's about, yes, your awareness.
Stop shooting BBLs.
Oh my God,
y'all.
Because
it desensitizes your nervous system so you can't smell your partner.
If y'all ain't getting this, I don't know what you gotta turn the comments on because I don't know.
Oh, the comment? Oh, let's see. What ahead?
Almost everybody I know has birth control, whether they have like the shot, the pill, whatever. Like they're on birth control, and it's like I don't know. I just be so much more aware of what's going on. Like I can smell a man. I be like, I don't like the way he smell. Right. And then some girls think they don't smell nothing. I'm like, you can't smell that?
Right.
I be thinking like, is something wrong with me? But I'm like, no, it ain't nothing wrong with me. I can just see fiction and nonfiction has divided the people's imagination. That's true.
Fiction versus nonfiction.
That is true, Leo.
So, but what do you mean by that? No, I'm just playing. Fiction versus nonfiction. If we're looking at this thing and we say that the lines are blurred, right? At what point did the lines blur? Because they used to be distinctly separate. We knew what was, well, no, we didn't. No, we didn't know. This has been going on since before our grandparents.
Right. Because the Kennedys, the Means.
Right. That's right. We never knew.
It has to be like the level of awareness again. Because if we didn't notice it back then, now all of a sudden we notice everything. It got to be level of awareness.
Level of awareness only shifts according to melanin, because melanin is how we're able to see. So if the perception is changing in the melanin, then that means that the sun is doing something to us.
Is it the real sun though?
Yes, because and the reason why I say it's real, because the one that they falsely put in the sky is only an amplification tool.
That's true.
So the gamma radiation that comes from the center of the galaxies or the multiverse that passes through our universe into our sun, into our solar system, into our planet, that's pure gamma radiation. That's what the Hulk was talking about.
What they tell you to stay away from.
You're right. Because that gamma radiation is green, right? Isn't the gamma radiation green?
This is crazy.
But it's real though.
Yes.
So the gamma radiation is green. Trees give off green leaves and green plants, green grass, right?
Yeah.
When melanated things are born, they give off a green hue. It's all relative. So as long as you can't have the fifth dimensional conversation, you'll never get to this place. That's what all this blockage and stuff is about.
This is crazy.
Reality. That's what it's all about. Blocking us from realizing what's really going on here. That's all it's about.
That's crazy.
Yes. When you put a dome over our people, we get smaller and smaller and smaller. You feel me?
Like that man said, you gotta think big.
You got to.
You gotta think big, and y'all ain't thinking big.
Thinking big. No.
That's crazy.
And that's on purpose. That's on purpose. You feel what I'm saying? It's designed to be like this because we've allowed others to tell us how to be. And we believe it. Well, y'all believe it.
I don't believe nothing. You can't tell me I'm a black woman.
No, no.
My dress is black, but I'm not black.
No, you're not black at all. What does black mean? Let's look up the legal definition of black. So we got to keep repeating this.
The legal let's see.
Because all of this stuff goes together. Hold on, let's see.
Definition. That's crazy. I did not say African American.
They want, see, that's the misdirection. Gotta watch the hijack. You found it?
Heck no, because they got all this African American stuff. Okay, so it say black, not of Hispanic origin. A person having origins in any of the black racial groups of you finna give me that definition, baby.
Watch. I'm finna show you. Right. Hold on. I think you might have to go through. You going through Google, aren't you? Okay. Let's see. Definition of black. Hold on, because I want to get this. Definition of black. Okay, so look. So the legal definition of the word black means pale. Okay?
I'm not pale.
The legal definition of the word black means pale. Okay, now that is from what's that? What do they call it? Roman, Greek, Latin.
Latin.
Back then, you know what I'm saying? So black, given to the legal dictionary at that time, meant pale skin. It's pale, so pale skin. Black is without color. You understand? That's what black means, without color. Why are you classifying yourself as without color when clearly?
Have pigment.
Of course. So then, if you ask yourself what black means, and it means without color and pale, what does white mean?
Colored.
White means colored and fully illuminated.
That's crazy.
All right, so
I'm a white woman.
did you have racism? Did you have more questions on that to ask?
So my next question is, what do you think the underlying motive is of the music industry?
The underlying motive. Since what date?
Since all of this calamity started happening.
Since all the calamity. So we talked about this one before, but the calamity started when the Jews took over the machine.
The Jews.
They took over the machine. The Zionists.
Meaning the black folks.
Yes, they had a meeting. They called a meeting, and all of the executives for the African American record labels were brought together. Okay, and this information has only been revealed over the past 2 years because they were under gag orders. They couldn't talk, like NDAs.
Okay.
So Suge Knight and all of them was there. Okay, so when they brought them together, Dr. Dre was there. I think Diddy was there. Jermaine Dupri, because they were young. They were all executives at that time. They had started fresh labels. So when they brought them all together, they gave them the itinerary. And the itinerary was, we have created an industrial complex, prison. What we need for you all to create music that will lead people into this, because that's how they make money, with bodies. So we need y'all to give them the type of music that's gonna lead them to the prison.
Oh my God.
You understand what I'm saying? Half of the people in there got up and left. Amongst that half was Suge Knight. He was one of the half that left. Dame Dash got up and left. And there were others. But they're like not mentioned really. They're prominent in the game, but you don't hear their name.
Okay.
So those people got up and left. Everybody else stayed. Notice I didn't name Diddy. Okay. Notice I didn't name Jermaine Dupri. Notice you got to understand, because notice I didn't name Dr. Dre.
Because they was the ones making music that
lead people to prison.
Right.
You feel me? So then you have to notice where the music they produced was the most popular.
In the 80s, 90s.
Atlanta, LA, New York, anywhere that there was massive populations of black people. That's where their music became the most popular.
Dang, so they sellouts, for real.
Exactly. You don't get to make, underneath their system, you don't make hundreds of millions and billions of dollars without killing other people. It don't work like that. In order to become a billionaire, somebody has to die. These are the rules. It's the way it's set up, because it's not high frequency vibration. We had high vibrations in the 80s and 70s.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and if you notice, artists were good, but they weren't multi-quadrillion billionaires. They wasn't like that. They was just normal people, and people actually felt energy from these people, right? Because they took you to a higher vibration. Now all these artists take you to a lower vibration, and they all got all this money to blow and all this. You understand?
Oh my God. Do you know how many light bulbs are going off in my mind right now?
Because it's been right there in your face too long.
Yes.
That's the way it works.
Like, I saw one thing, I was like, I don't believe Michael Jackson dead. So of course I went on the rabbit hole, and lo and behold, Michael Jackson is alive. He's that man that was his friend growing up. I think his name is like Dave or something.
Look, every time. All right, look. All right, you know how many times I told people?
Because they cloned him. That whole his head caught on fire Pepsi commercial.
Yeah.
That was planned by his daddy in the label to take him out and clone him so that they can control him more.
Exactly.
Wow.
Because you think Michael Jackson just started doing good business right before he died?
Heck no.
He's already been aware. He's been aware a long time ago. So the Pepsi commercial was a setup, like you said, his dad and the Jews, because he was getting out from under their contracts. We got to keep him in control, so they tried to kill him. That's how you keep control of his records and all that, right?
That's crazy.
He died.
He didn't.
Then he go and clone himself.
He cloned himself.
For a long time, Michael Jackson was in control of the clone. But then he lost control of the clone. That's when they started replicating them ultra light skin things.
Right. Because they couldn't do it.
Right.
Man.
They started going crazy. They was holding the baby out the window, like extra stuff. Now, this is called conspiracy theories, right?
Right.
But we know better. Okay? And if you want to go into cloning, that's a whole nother thing. But we're going to stay on the music.
I mean, they already put it in like not commercials, but like cartoons. I think it's like Ricky and Morty.
Yep, Ricky and Morty.
Where they had like all these like little glass things with like whoever they cloned. They had like Tupac, Michael Jackson, all that. Yeah.
And they just keep bringing more of them out as they need them. That's right. So have you seen the video that said that most of these artists have pictures that were taken in earlier times?
Yes. Oh my God. So I will talk about one artist in particular. The whole debate about Megan Thee Stallion, if she's a man or not. So they was like, this girl, she was like, y'all believe anything that y'all see. First of all, they can Photoshop and like contort pictures to make it seem like she was a girl growing up. But if you go back, I'm telling you, Black Twitter did their thing. They pulled the mug shots, they pulled the birth pictures, everything of a little boy, and then all the way up to like adulthood where it was female. It's really just a fabrication. That's why Tory Lanez is in jail right now. Free Tory.
I'm gonna explain something to you. All right, this right here I know it's gonna sound so crazy, but check me out. I have heard so many women, straight women, say that I'm not gay, but if Megan Thee Stallion wanted to get it, she could get it. Listen to me now. You gotta understand something, because we talking about nature. The nature of a woman is to look for certain of a male figure, right? To respond. So the fact that my shoulders are wide, that's going to draw a woman's attention. The fact that my body has towards my waistline, that's going to draw a woman's attention, right? So if all of these women are looking at that thing, talking about they would love to engage in sex with what is called the same thing as them, what are they looking at?
They're looking at the male within.
Okay. All right, now we're gonna continue. They're looking at the male within.
I'm for real. That's what they looking at. You can't be looking at nothing else.
Okay. All right.
Same thing with the Williams brothers and everything.
The who?
The Williams brothers.
Who's that?
Venus and Serena. She had her moon baby on doing like this little workout. Again, Black Twitter did their thing. They zoomed in because she was like doing like these little kicks to where you swing your leg out all hunched over. And then they zoomed in on her and they was like, ain't no way you can tell me that's a female. Because what's that? I was like, man, Black Twitter, I love you.
What's that?
Oh, she just, she's air. Everybody trying to come to his defense. I said, bro, that is a man. If you can't see if that's a man, something is wrong.
Something is.
Just like Simone Biles.
Yes, the same thing. Listen to me. Now look, I done said this twice, I'll say it again. When it comes to women, I understand. I done seen
you can see it.
Simone Biles,
That's
I've never seen a woman shaped like that. I've never seen it.
It's all in the shape. I said, even if you sit here and try to get the excuse that, oh, she's just athletic, so she's muscular. No, it's a lot of athletic women out there that still have their womanly physique, the face, everything, the hands. Right. It's in the hands.
Right. Look at a lot of that. You see, you want to know what's real woman, man. I don't know about today, but last year, go to college. Go to the colleges. Those are the closest you're going to get to the professional level, and they're still who they are. Because you have women volleyball, it's overran, so there's no way in hell all of them is men. You know what I'm saying? Women's basketball, women's whatever. But you can see the woman in those women.
Yeah.
Then you get up here to the professionals, and it's like, what is that? Caitlin Clark, what is that? That you can't tell that's a man by now? They thought they was gonna put a man in the WNBA so they can get the hype up, and the women is dominating that man. Get him out of there, coach. He can't.
Thought they could do it in tennis, track and field, all of that.
Right, and you have real women in the WNBA that's dominating this man. Telling me melanin don't upgrade. Okay, get him out of there, coach. He can't take it. He can't take it. And then what's gonna happen next is, because I'm gonna tell you, melanin don't. It's not gonna work like this. What's gonna happen next is, it's gonna come a beast of a woman in boxing and gonna lay them men out.
Didn't that already happen? It was like two women fighting. What,
No.
two women fighting?
Oh, with that one fat dude.
No, it was two women fighting. Again, it's on Black Twitter. It's two women fighting, I guess MMA or whatever, and the big bulky woman won. And then they was like, it's again, people in the comments was like, you can't even count that as a win because that's a whole man.
Exactly.
And then of course, she just athletic, she just built right.
Okay.
No.
Wait till the Amazonians come back online. Just wait. I'm telling you, because things, when you come into, and see, we having to go here because we just got to go here.
Yeah.
When you come into this dimension, and then you bring in first of all, we're in the age of Aquarius. So all the things that are hidden have to be exposed. So then when you expose the things that are hidden and the ways that these things have been coming into power, and it becomes conscious on the people's minds that have the ability to change the world, we're going to start producing the children that's going to take these things out the way. It's all in the number one thing I tell everybody I talk to is that for our people, we have no idea who we are and what we're capable of. We don't know the past.
We're lost.
We don't know the past. They've buried it. They've submerged it underwater, and they've drowned it under dirt. Okay, so because of that, we're not even really touching the ground. You know what I'm saying? So the vibrations that should be coming off of the ground, that should be going directly into us from the ground, we're not even able to receive those vibrations. Okay, so as a result, our people get smaller. Difference between us and the trees that we are just alike. The trees have roots that tap all the way to the bottom. They go all the way in. So you'll have a tree and you'll think it's dead, and the roots will go down 3 or 4 stories underground, right? To get what's down there at the ethereal level for us. Meaning that if we could dig down far enough and get to the real earth, we would power up. Okay.
Why they building up the city like that? Always constructing on the roads.
Because they have to.
Submit that.
They have to. Did you hear about in Mexico? Was it Mexico or was it South Texas? Somewhere in that region there. There's a cave. If you go underground, the cave is held up by giant crystals. Okay, they crisscrossing, and it's selenite.
I seen that, and it was like depicted in a movie though, but I feel like it's real.
It is real.
It's it was in like the Godzilla versus Kong or something when they came together.
Yes, but the thing was, there was green in Godzilla versus Kong.
Right.
But underground, there's selenite crystals. These crystals are everywhere like this. So we're literally walking on top of a giant crystal. See, this is
Wakanda.
Man,
oh my God! Y'all be playing. This is crazy.
We're in Wakanda as we speak. We never left. So then they try to show us, say, "Oh, it's Africa."
It ain't Africa.
That's a ploy. The Africans want a piece of the pie now. They want it. They want a public piece of the pie. See, the Africans have been hidden. That's why the Africans over there were never really given the opportunity to come and overrun America, because a lot of them look like us. So when they come in and blend, you're just gonna create a whole nother race of melanated people, right?
Need to.
So you keep them at bay, because then the African oligarch or the people that empower the nobility can now implement the people that look different than them to come in there, and because then we can clearly see who's who from what.
That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying? That's why right now African from over there in Africa going to a bank, they won't get a loan. They won't get a loan. They'll have the credentials, it'll say white on it and stuff like that, but they'll get a hard time like it's us, because how do they know that they didn't just manipulate the paperwork and they're really an American?
That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying? So they don't get nothing.
My mind is blown.
I'm telling you.
That's why they working so hard to keep them out.
That's why.
That's crazy.
That's why. Because, and also, a large majority of African people know the true history. They know where they got their history from. They know where they got their infrastructure from. Their everything. They know where they got it from. So they go online and say, American people, we need y'all to remember. We need y'all to wake up so you guys can save the world. This is what they tell us. And in those videos, you never see them.
Never see them.
Right. Exactly.
That's crazy.
Exactly. But yet, the videos of Africans bashing us and doing stuff like
That's what I was just about to say.
Everywhere.
Dang, it's a whole disconnect.
Right.
That's crazy.
You're dealing with liars. They have to keep the lie going. So even if they're like for instance, if I take this right here, I tell people all the time, this right here is not on the internet. It's not. What this is on that contract that the government signed with all the phone cable companies.
When you first start up your phone, you sign all them.
Okay, and they set up their own internet.
Sure do.
Through the government. It has a filter on it. So the iPhone only connects into their internet. It doesn't tap into the world internet.
Otherwise, see what they want you to see.
Exactly. Okay? This shit is real, man.
Crazy.
It's a reality. It's real life, man. We're living this in real time, and majority of us don't understand what's going on.
Because they don't care to understand.
Well, there's yes and no. Because if you point enough people in the right direction, everybody will care. Because those enough people, they're gonna make sure everybody cares. You know what I'm saying? The issue is we can't, once one pops up, we don't get enough traction to give enough people. See, before, when people was doing like especially like take preachers in the church or the Muslim community, right? They travel.
Right.
They set up a tour where they would go around teaching the Muslim community. And they marketed, they advertised it, and it was a big deal for that day or for that weekend or whatever. With social media, you everything is able to be looked at before it's presented.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So now I can sit back and be like, you know what? I don't want them to say that on there, so I'm gonna trash that and act like it never even made it to the thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm really in control. Money and power. To be rich is about control. It's not about money. It's about control. Whoever controls everything, that's the person everybody has to answer to. They have the most currency.
That's crazy.
You feel it? It's a game. Like, it's a game. So we got to get organic in our movement again. Hit the streets. Gotta hit the streets.
Would that be why, like, a preacher or whatever stays in the same place every Sunday? Like, they don't travel to the community or anything. They just
go to that one
specific location,
so people can gather at that one place. Because it's harder to touch each individual household and send the same message. When I can be like, just come here to this place. All y'all meet me there on this day and time, and I'll give all y'all the message, and y'all go back. You know what I'm saying?
Well, back in the day, you didn't have all that.
Yes, they did. They
you had to travel, send fighter pigeons, something.
No, they just met up in, like outside. Like you talking about when preaching first started and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just meet up. I have outside meetings under the tree, like. And then this one person can read the book, they can decode it. Everybody would gather up under them and listen to what they have to say because they couldn't read.
That's crazy.
It's real. And that couldn't read stuff was the beginning of what we're looking at now. Because now niggas can't read contracts.
Or they don't want to.
They literally can't.
That's crazy. Yeah, because it's like in different like language or whatever.
It's in a different language.
Wow.
And so what our children know, what they're learning right now, is to pick up a cell phone. And if they want to agree with something, they just tap yes or no. That's like a chimpanzee, like a monkey. He has a response button. You want a piece of food? Hit the red one or the green one. Hit red. Then the food comes. That's what that is. That's why it's just no brain power. Because the universe is expanding the melanin so far to the point that people are going to be walking around with abilities that we're not supposed to have, but they won't have no knowledge of why they have it.
That's crazy. That's going to be dangerous.
Heck yeah. But they count on it. Look, everything in the movies, they got to show you what they're doing before they do it. Everything in the movies. So when they show you X-Men, like Logan, and then Logan had to take them little kids to the border, right? So the Logan taking them little kids to the border was the next generation. Without Logan, they would have no knowledge of what they're supposed to do with their powers. It's right there in your face. So there's one from an older generation that has to come forward to lead the youth into a whole new paradigm. Otherwise, they're going to be lost. They don't know where to go, what to do. There's no leadership. You feel me?
Who would be our people, like our person to spearhead our generation?
Me.
Okay. Okay.
I'm dead serious though.
Well, get on your job.
I am on my job.
Are you?
Yeah. When am I not?
I don't know. You tell me.
Okay, so do you think I'm not on my job due relatively to time or what?
Due to time.
Time. Time is of the essence.
Yeah. Just like Tim said.
What did she say?
She said time is of the essence.
Whose essence?
It's a song.
Oh, I ain't heard that song.
Yeah.
But still I'm saying like.
It's Tim's.
So?
Wow. Okay. Go ahead.
Like I just offended half of the world's population.
If you don't know that song, they play it on the radio every 5 minutes.
Well, I don't listen to it. Send it to me. I'll listen to it.
I'll send it to you.
All right, thank you. But I'm on my job, and you on your job, and we on our job.
I'm just here.
You know what I'm saying? You just here. Out of 500 million sperms, you just here.
Out of 500 million sperms.
Yeah, you just here.
I mean, I obviously had a duty to do, which was serve, Okay. Serve.
All right. So are you done with your
my tangent? Yeah.
With your stuff? Okay, so all right, so I got a couple questions.
Okay.
These are outside of music, but this is the and stuff in our title.
Okay.
So first question. Are all older people elders?
No.
Why not?
Because I feel like for you to really be an elder, you have to have some sense of wisdom and some sense of guidance. If you can just, that brings me to a rant that I was having the other day in my car. So I feel like, honestly, like I said, if you're an elder, you come with that wisdom, you come with that knowledge, you come with that guidance, you come with that respect, not because you are elder, but because you give it. And my whole point to my rant was, yeah, you're supposed to respect your elders, but at the same time, you have to give respect to get it. I can't sit here and just automatically keep bowing down to you in a way because you're older than me. You have to give respect to get it. That's what, in my eyes, makes you an elder.
An elder. I agree with that.
But I digress.
Okay. Are all people elders? Are older people elders? We already know the answer to that, isn't it? Okay. Definition of elder. Not elderberry.
Elder.
Elder. Okay, so I'm going to look this up. Let's see. And this is crazy because look what it says. It says, first of all, it's an adjective. Older, more aged, or existing longer. Okay. The hand playing or having the right to play first. So they're only talking about seniority. Okay. Let's see. Oh, here we go. One who is older, a superior in age, a senior. It's all the same about age. Okay. So now we have a double meaning, double definition.
Right.
Because they're giving a definition of age. But what we're talking about is responsibility.
Right.
So an elder's responsibility is to lead the youth or those that are coming in succession to their position, right? They're supposed to have the knowledge of the years of life to guide and to lead, like you was talking about.
Right.
Okay. So, and before we had that, you could see a clear distinction between, especially when you went into the church house, you could see a clear distinction between who was the youth and who was the elders.
Right.
And then who was in between. Right. Now, you have a lot of older people looking to young people for answers. Young people don't even look to their elders for answers because they got it on their own. Okay. And then there's no middle ground or in between.
It's divided.
So there's nobody that's searching for higher knowledge. While they're trying to get to that journey, they have those that are coming up behind them. Now you got those that's coming up behind you standing out in front of you, because we're basing life on money and success.
The blind leading the blind.
And popularity. Nothing to do with the spiritual aspects of our. So therefore, our elders are not striving to be. My grandfather, every day, some part of that day, I would see him take his Bible and open it up and just sit there and read it. And I'd be like, why? Like, so many other things you could be doing. Like, why you just sit? Well, how am I gonna know what it says if I don't read it? That's wisdom.
Yeah.
You feel me? That type of simple line. How am I know what it's gonna say if I don't read it? And so profound a message. I don't hear that coming out of the mouths of our older people now.
Because they're too busy trying to be young.
All right, cool.
I never would imagine a mother of the church trying to have a skin tight dress on to hang with the youngers. You got a man at home. What is you doing to coming in church with a skin tight dress on? Wasn't you the same lady that was getting on me when I was growing up about skin tight dresses and stuff? Okay.
And then putting God lyrics over murder beats. People murder people on those beats.
Kurt Franklin.
Trap beats. Sell drugs, murder, guns, prostitution. And you put it in the church, and then you put gospel music, or you put gospel lyrics on top of trap music.
Oh, but it's okay because it's in the church house and it's gospel lyrics. No, it do. What?
Insanity. But what this is telling you is those functions, those institutions are ready to implode. Both of them.
How are you in the church swag surfing?
Because the music and the church is going to die out together. The current state of music and the current state of worship are both going to die together because it won't last.
It used to be a fine border between the world and the church.
It's not there anymore. It's become one thing, but it's always been one thing. The old thing was an illusion. Because everybody, look, and I'm going to say this because I grew up in it. You know what I'm saying? When we went to church, there were few people there that were actually committed wholeheartedly to that lifestyle. Most of those people there were putting on an act. The minute they left the church, their entire personality changed right back as if they never even knew a church existed. Okay? But then as soon as it was Saturday night, they was getting their clothes ready to go act like they've been on all week.
Sometimes they start Saturday night doing the things they do.
I saw my own 2 hours growing up. This is how it happened. People are inconsistent, and people are liars, and everybody puts on. So now look, we're gonna take that same type of mindset now, and we're gonna put this on LGBTQ. So you got people
in the church.
Okay, you're in the same building. You're in the church, the LGBTQ building, right? But the reason that you're there is trauma. Not because you're genuinely that. Okay, so the majority of these women out here dressing like men and looking like Manny Fresh is trauma. When you really talk to them, something happens.
Something happens to them.
You feel me? Which equates to what? A mental illness. That has nothing to do with your genetics don't work right. That's not true. The juice doesn't lie. Okay? Your brain, your soul has to vibrate the message to your mind to tell your brain to send out this type of juice to make your body develop in a certain way. That's a lot of steps to get down to Mo is a woman. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a man. That's a lot of steps. That means that on a principle that you're not even aware of, your gender was chosen.
How can you sit here in church with a pin-up shirt with slacks, but your chest is sitting out here and you trying to tell me and convince me that you're a man? Baby, what?
Hey. They said what they said on what's that show called with Jamie Foxx movie? It's in the chicken. It's in the chicken. It must be at Popeyes.
Churches, KFC.
It's in the chicken.
It gotta be
a chicken sandwich.
After Popeyes had the chicken sandwich, everybody went crazy over it. They was fighting over the dang on chicken sandwich. About to shoot somebody over the chicken sandwich. And the next thing you know, everybody and their mama got a chicken sandwich now.
And then next thing you know, everybody and their mama was sick.
And then they got a chicken shortage. How you got a chicken shortage with every restaurant in the world serve chicken?
No, the real question is, where you getting all these chickens from?
It's mutations.
Okay, so now
Lab grow.
Okay.
They already passed the things for where Bill Gates can put his DNA down, and now they got lab grown meat.
Yeah, that's there. That's been happening overseas in Europe, and of course they don't sell that in Europe. They sell it in America. Walmart has the meat already. Man, look, everything that we're dealing with is based on us standing back up on our feet.
Yes.
That's all it's about.
Black folks love chicken.
Yeah, but we need to grow our own chickens.
We need to.
We need to grow our own chickens in our own farms, and we need the Black Tyson farm.
As soon as you say that to somebody, though, you're like, "Oh, you crazy."
You understand? Because look, when are we gonna realize we living under a spell? Magic, alchemy. If I'm sitting here and I know, and once you go read and realize that your ancestors built so many things that this world depends on, how is it that we're so completely the opposite of those people that are our ancestors, right?
We used to have Black Wall Streets. Money on top of money on top of money.
I had a theory about that too. Well, not even a theory. Look, because when you talk matter of fact, it got to be what it is. Mm-hmm. The earth doesn't produce for people that don't belong on it. And that's because the ancestors will block the earth from producing for people that don't belong on it. All they will get were nightmares and terrors. So when I go on TikTok, I see hauntings, people with doors swinging open and mimicry outside of their doors. Hey, I'm talking about like, look now.
A little chicken at the door, and it's a grown man voice.
No, look. They in their room, in the house, in their room. They got the door closed. Nobody's home but them, okay? Something knocks on the door. Hey. And then they like, yo, y'all hear that shit? Like, they doing this thing. Like, I'm like, wait a minute now. Now, somebody on the other side of that door. The mug got the door is cracked. The girl turned the camera to the door, to the crack in the door. There's nothing. Hey, but they say upstairs in Tennessee up there, you never respond. You're not supposed to respond.
Heck no.
If you respond, it's like you're inviting it into yourself. Man, who do you think that is that's playing with them folks like that? Let's talk about all the people that you slaughtered to occupy their land. Let's talk about what it meant in the Bible when God said, Esau, your brother's blood is speaking to me from the ground. Isn't that called a ghost?
Yes.
Okay. All right now.
Almost every white person I know, they talk about how their house is like haunted and stuff like that, and I'm like, ain't no way you still sleep, you still in there.
Right.
Ain't no way.
You taking it as if it's some type of initiation. Mind you now, that don't happen to my people. We walk on the ground and we straight. The issue is when we start falling ourselves to other frequencies, now those things start coming to our reality. Why? Because just like a predator in the wild, when you smell like food, it don't know the difference between a human and a pig.
Shark attacks.
Okay. So now, spiritually, our people are beginning to smell like food. Instead of being in our proper capacity like we're supposed to be, we're beginning to smell like food on the spiritual realm. And that's not a good place to be in.
It's not.
Trump already said this. I know we're jumping around, but it's all relative. Trump already said that once he gets into office, black people cannot sue the police.
I don't think that's a good thing.
That's not. It all boils down to the fact that you don't know who you are. He can't just tell you. I said it last time, didn't I? He can't just tell you who you are. You have to go do the work, but you don't know who you are. And he's trying to get you to realize that what you're classifying yourself as, what you're identifying with, the Democratic Party, all of that stuff is all relative to that term of black and African American. And you don't know what those terms mean legally, so you keep identifying for your own death and destruction. In Mississippi, they just passed a law. All blacks, the black people are going back under the slave codes.
Jim Crow.
Jim Crow era for the blacks. They didn't say for people that look like this. They said for the blacks. That's an identity group. They didn't say for the whites.
They ain't gonna go change it.
Okay, well then don't change it then. And you'll wonder. You'll see what's gonna happen because it's not gonna be long from now. It's all about the code that you are subscribing to. There's higher frequencies here, but we keep choosing the low frequencies. We keep choosing the low runs. Answer me this question. Okay, I just want to, because, and now we're back on the music.
Okay.
At what point in our existence of media and entertainment and this and third, did we ever support people that had disabilities and Down syndrome type of issues? When did we ever put them on the main world stage? Never. Okay? I get online and I see that they bring this dude, Shamar. Okay? This man has mental health issues. He's also disabled. Okay? Not to knock the man from getting his money. You get your money how you get it. But what I'm talking about is the depravity of the mindset of the people to even want to witness what is the talent.
Is
he going to sing? Is he going to rap? Is he going to do jokes? What's the talent?
No talent.
Okay, so then why? What is the need to be? What's wrong? That's what you want to see?
I don't.
Tickets sold out.
For what?
You tell me. I'm trying. That's what
he don't sing.
That's what I'm asking you. I'm trying to figure it out because it don't make no sense to me.
They say he's supposed to be coming to Pensacola.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
How is he so? Who? What?
That's what I'm saying.
At this point, I need a sold out concert because I could do way more than what he be doing.
So I can see the comments. They said I can't see the comment. Hold on. Click on the comments tab on the right.
Unclick that one, the StreamYard.
Which one?
Unclick it.
This one?
Yeah. And then click the other one.
And then click this one.
There you go.
No, they said there's more comments in it. Hold on, let me see.
It might be on your Facebook. You click your Facebook.
But which one?
I guess that one. Not mine.
Hold on, y'all. Let me check this. I want to make sure I'm getting y'all comments in. Hold on.
Are people commenting?
I guess so. Reacted, comments. No, I didn't see no comments, not on Facebook. But it's off, isn't it?
Your comments got to be on. Turn them on.
No, my comments on. Oh, Rachel Mack, what's up? My girl Rachel, man. The Rachel Mack team, appreciate you sharing that. So, yeah, but this where we at. So what was I just saying?
I'm finna look at yours, see if I can see them. Oh, you got comments and shares.
It's comments?
Somebody just shouted you out.
Oh, for real? Hold on, man. Let me go see this.
PD Young, he said Cuzzo.
Oh, Cuzzo, what's going on?
Somebody just shouted you. PD Young.
All right. Okay, all right, I'm caught up. Okay, for sure. All right, Cuzzo. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. So we just breaking it down, you know what I'm saying? We really just in here just talking about things that are important. It's time for us to start going to the fifth dimension with our conversations, you know what I'm saying? Because our people are needing to grow. There's a need to expand, and all of us can feel it. We're not really feeling the need to expand. We're really feeling more condensed.
Right.
I can't open my arms, you know what I'm saying? But that feeling is coming from the need to expand from a soul level. You know what I'm saying? There's a world that we're supposed to be consuming, and we're not doing it because we don't know. You know what I mean? So these type of conversations are important. But that's how I feel about the people being the elders. I think I think the elders should take a few steps back. People that are like not even a certain age group. Just if you know that there's people that's coming up behind you or following, behind you in whatever way, you're an elder. You could be 15. You know what I'm saying? With young nieces and nephews or young brothers and sisters or whatever, you're an elder. So it's important for you to start, grasping for concepts of life that'll take you to higher dimensions, And unfortunately,
Unfortunately.
My next question. Accountability plays a lot to do with it.
Oh, yes, it do.
Okay? You got to first be accountable to reach. Which takes me to my next question.
Okay.
Why are women unwilling to accept that they are the reason for the destruction of the family?
I honestly feel like it's a pride thing. They're too prideful. They don't want to give up whatever that is that they're getting. So, like, for example, I sit back and listen to, like, my coworkers, the ones with, like, baby dads and stuff like that. And they always talk about oh, no, he can't move in with me because if he move in with me, I get all my benefits get cut off. I get rid of my food stamps get cut off, this, that, and the third. So he got to stay where he at. Why would you want that? Why would you choose these materialistic things that's keeping you in this circle versus getting your family together? Like, I don't understand the thinking behind that. It kind of baffles me.
Do you think that your enemy doesn't study you?
Heck yeah.
Okay, so that pretty much the enemy knows what makes you tick. They know what stimulates you to get happy or excited or whatever, right? And for most of our women, it's access to things that they normally don't have access to, like money or their own place or food that I normally couldn't buy in the thing, like, you know what I'm saying? Simple things, right? Okay, so those people are easy to be manipulated because, unfortunately, because of what they're already reaching for themselves. But then we take it to higher thinking women on a social ladder, who are actual voters. They participate in society, high level jobs like this, like these type of women that a lot of those women will be like calling Kevin Samuels.
Right.
Okay, so to say I'm this and I'm corporate, I'm this and why can't I get a man, or why can't I see what's going on around me that I can't understand, right? So this type of question, why are women willing to accept that they are the reason for the destruction of the family? So when it says those women, those are the women that I see. The women that are at the bottom, they have levels to go before they get to the space of being destructive to the black family. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those women don't even want a family for real. That's where you get a lot of women abandoning their children and leaving them at home while they at the casino and all that type of shit. Like, excuse my friend, YouTube, all that type of stuff. They, leaving them. Like, you get that stuff at the bottom, the depravity, the mental issue type thing. But when you get to the more thinking women, the higher elevation of mind women, it's accountability. This whole image thing that was created for womanhood to say that I do no wrong, nobody can ever know that I'm like this, but in the shadows I'm really like this. You know what I mean? That in itself, when that monster was being fed, we got to go back through history, because I had this conversation also that, a lot of those women will say, like, well, I saw my grandma and my mom grow up and my granddaddy was all over the place. He was a Rolling Stone and this, that, and the third. So you have to understand that when you're dealing with a sharecropper people, farmers and sharecroppers, their life is generally in the area they in.
Yeah.
Right? So let's say we married, right? And we live in this general area. And we have general neighbors and general family and general this and general that. Everybody knows our life.
Right.
So I can't, if I step out on you, I got to answer to all them.
Yeah.
Okay. That expanded. Now you brought in the Industrial Revolution. Now, instead of daddy working on the farm at the house, now daddy has to leave to go to work. And then once you get that Industrial Revolution, you now get higher paid positions that requires him to travel in different places to go to work with money, with cars, so he has access.
Yeah, access to more.
That drove majority of the men crazy, because now I have access to women that I would never see in my life.
Never seen in my life.
You see? So now Papa was Rolling Stone, so he got a family here, he got a family over there. Papa got a family over there.
He trying to juggle it all.
Okay, because he has access. Money is the root of all evil. Okay, now we have to expand that further. So what does that say?
Somebody saying hello, newcomer here. Hi, newcomer.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We so now you have to expand that further.
Mm-hmm.
The Industrial Revolution bred construction jobs, steel making, factory jobs, right?
Right.
All of those are male-dominated roles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The shift, World War II. All those men now have to go to war.
Yep.
Now you ain't looking at nobody but their wives.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got to put these women to work because we still need bullets, we still need this, we still need that, we still need supplies. So now those women, so take that money that we was paying all those men that's been sent to war.
Give it to the women.
Give it to the women. Now the women now have access to leave the home base and go to work. And also access to now corporate travel jobs. Now the woman can have a sleeping partner here, a partner
Over
here,
there in every city, honey.
a partner there, and still come home and act like nothing ever happened, and she's in love with her family, right?
Right.
This is where we are now. What's the next phase? Let's do the math. The men's jobs have been obsoleted because they're making machines that can paint, roll out streets.
They're coming for the kids next.
Okay. The woman's job is on the computer, is it not? In the digital world, right?
Right.
Now now that the digital world's been perfected, so now all you need is computer engineers to make sure all the machines are running right, right? Children know how to run every machine you put in their hand.
As soon as you put it in their hand.
Okay? And they will take commands without fighting back, without resisting. Okay? So what do? How do you change their mind? You go into the school system and say, you have the right to change your sex. Nobody can tell you what you can and can't do. Your parents don't have the right to tell you no. This is what they're doing now.
Yeah.
This is the first wave of it. Okay? Why is this the first wave? How do they know that they're going to have this much access in the next 20 years to their children? You want to know why?
Why?
Because you're still calling yourself black. And you want to know what's going to happen to black people? You're going into slavery. This is the reality of the world. We have to wake up to what's going on around us. At some point.
At some point.
You're not going to get it from no 19 keys. It's not going to come. Because these people are tapped into the networks that are meant to keep you confused. It's not going to come straight across the board. All these high level people that we all keep running to, it's not going to come to them.
It's not.
It's not. Okay? So the reality is, the only thing they can do is give you a piece of the truth, a piece of it, and then they have to lead with the conjecture of what they're tapped into. Okay, I understand that. That's the role of their dynamic in business. I get it. But if you want it organic, you're going to have to get it from a whole nother source, baby. It's not going to come from that.
Sure.
They can't give it to you. They're contracted. Otherwise, they wouldn't be making all that money. We talked about that earlier, right? Okay, they're contracted. You see? Christ wasn't going around making hundreds of millions.
He sure wasn't.
He wasn't. Man,
he wasn't making nothing.
He wasn't. Even though he's going to sleep at night. You know what I'm saying? If that is not the lowest of the low, but bringing you the highest level of wisdom. When you go on Star Wars, in order for Luke Skywalker to become the man he was, the greatest, he had to go see Yoda. Yoda lived in the slums. But he had the highest wisdom out of anybody was Yoda.
Rafiki from The Lion King.
Okay. Rafiki lived, you see what I'm saying? Lowly. That's where the wisdom is. Not grandized and magnified. Let me tell you what's going to happen in this hour.
What?
Those that are at the foot are about to become the head.
They said that in the Bible.
Right. But first, the people that are pure of heart have to first be identified. Because this is not the hour of raising up people to trick us, like Diddy and Clive Davis and all these different people that we done put in power and given our money to.
TD Jakes.
Creflo. Come on. The list goes on and on.
Man,
and on
Benny
and on.
Hinn.
All these people we've lifted up and given our power to and made them larger than life. And now we sitting up here still looking stuck on stupid.
Looking for scraps.
And now we about to do it all over again with Kamala. And think we gonna get a different result. We finna, come on, y'all. Okay, so now let's bring it back to the question.
Okay.
I didn't mean to go, you know what I'm saying, go off like that. When the women of the higher thought perspective take accountability for what has been implemented into them first you got to learn what it is. It's a role reversal. Okay? Got to tell it just like it is across the board. Our women was in master's house.
Right.
I don't even like to use the word, but we got to say it what's relative. The ways that we have produced unto ourselves were learned. They weren't who we were always. Otherwise, nobody have a reason to destroy us.
Right.
We destroy ourselves. So these things were learned from a certain place. It's literally the fear-based tactics of surviving in a new system and environment that has gotten into the mindset of our women. So what is most important is survival. Okay? Not the spirit, not the soul, not the connection to the planet like how Avatar shows us the women were. The women were goddesses, but they were tapped into the spirit of Awas, which was the great mother spirit through the great white tree. You access that through the women. Money wasn't in charge of that. How much currency she had, or
They told you need to make more than your man to wear the pants.
money had nothing to do with that shit. She was tapped.
They told you in slavery days that you need to sleep with Massa to protect your family and produce his baby.
That's also a lie. You want to break it down?
Go ahead, then.
That's also a lie. We can go right now. Okay. The majority of mixed babies are being born by white women.
Yeah, because they want the man.
Do you think that's new?
No.
Okay. So even now, they talk about how all these British women and German women be flying all over the world sleeping with black dudes.
Yeah.
It's literally a thing. Okay, so and I'm talking about this is on routine. This is the thing they do. So when you're producing and whenever you have majority of the mixed children, their fathers are black.
That's true.
The majority of these mixed kids, their fathers are black. I mean, you have a few with white daddies that spotted through there, but the majority of these mixed children, their fathers are black. So history ain't nothing new under the sun. What was is. It's always been their women. That's why the Caucasian man be so jealous of black men, because his woman was more satisfied by the black man than he was by him. That's what it's all simple.
It is.
It's literally it's nature. You can't help it.
I literally watched this lady eye this man down. So this black man who was driving like a little Benzo, he was putting air in his tires. The lady was at the pump in the car while her man was pumping the gas. And I kid you not, I glanced over and she was eyeing him down.
Of course.
I was like, dang, sis, come up for air. I went and got my gas and everything, came back. She still eyeing him down. I'm like, girl, you better let that man catch you staring at him like that.
Well, you probably gonna join him. You gotta tell the truth about what the world is under now.
Just saying.
I just watched one of them dating shows on there. You know how they do like that. You know A-Rail?
A-Rail.
Like got another loyalty test video.
Oh yeah.
So it's another dude. He had took a year off, but he came back, and so he was like, going through their phones or whatever for them. So and it was a white couple. So the girl, she had on Instagram. First of all, she had Tinder because Woody was on there. He had ran into Woody, right? So Woody was on there. Woody was like, check her phone, man, see if she got Tinder. He typed Tinder and it popped right up. Okay, you in a relationship? Y'all been together 2 years. Tinder popped right up. Okay, cool. So then he going through Instagram, and all of her messages is to black men. Now she's with a white dude, right? All her messages is to black men. Okay, so the white dude, he acting all upset about that. Boom, boom. Say, okay, boom. So she caught up. Now it's your turn. Let me get your phone. So they going through his phone, and all of his messages is men.
You on Grindr?
Hey, handsome. Facebook. Hey, handsome. Hey, this, hey, that. This,
girl, not on Facebook. You might well get on the back page. Just saying. You might as well.
Nah,
that's
page.
Crazy.
On back page? Woo.
That's crazy.
You might well go ahead and take yourself out after that. Back page?
Man.
That's horrible. So not only is she with him, but lusting for something different. He's with her and living a whole nother life. This is where we are now.
So if you type in the G on your man phone, just wrap it up, baby.
So where's the sanctity of relationships?
Nowhere.
What's the purpose of getting in it?
just for the ring, for the materialistic stuff.
Nah, brother.
The first time you ask a female if she engaged or not, she like she already got the wedding and everything planned out. It's like, what?
Did you see that video where the chick was arguing with the dude? You could clearly tell this man gay. He had his hair braided up in like this bun thing, and he just going off. He had lip gloss on. It was in Atlanta. And she like,
no surprise.
She like, I thought you told me you stopped sleeping with dudes. And I was like, what?
Whoa! First of all, if he's had to stop and you what?
I was appalled.
What is the world coming to? Y'all feel like
I was appalled. I was like, bro, this is not real. This
is beyond me.
But it's not a skit. This is really what's going on in the world.
This is beyond me.
This is really what's going on in the world. Women have been reduced to thinking that the only type of men that there are men that are also dealing with other men.
That's why the STD rate going up.
Like it's completely not true. The issue is real men don't want to navigate this cesspool of a data market. So just like, you know how they would say all the time that, man, the true females be put up, they be in the house, you don't never see them. That's how men do it now. Because what's the purpose? If we go outside, you got the police that's gonna mess with you, and they see you, that's off rip. Then when you're dealing with a woman, you got to deal with the behavior that comes with even trying to meet somebody. Right?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
I don't want to go to no Starbucks date. What do I look like? I look like a girl.
You understand? Then you in competition with other dudes that look like you for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Or any reason. They could just be jealous. Any type of thing going on. Like, what's the purpose of being out there, bro? Just do your thing. Stay out the way. You know, protect your family and do it like that. But there's no reason to commit to any of it because you never know when you're going to get it. Everybody's lying. Everybody's lying.
That's crazy.
Lying has become the new way of the world, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? You lie till you make it. Fake it till you make it, but it won't last. It's not going to last. Everything that comes to a place of being condensed where it's like a pimple. All of the toxins start way out here. They're all out here, and they got to gather together. Then the head forms, right? And it pops. Now we're at the point where all of the toxicity is gathering together. It's online every day, all day. You can't turn it off.
You can't.
Flip over you because it's about to pop. And then after you pop, you heal. You feel me?
Get therapy.
All this stuff has to pop. It's nasty out here.
It is.
Nasty out here.
Why mind my business, girl? Mind my business.
Gender role, talking about gender role. What gender role? What's the gender role? What you know what I'm saying?
I don't even know no more. There's so many genders out there.
What's the issue? That's what I'm saying. What's the this my thing.
It's a million genders out there now. I don't know no more.
Oh, Andrea, what's up? What's up, Andrea? Greetings. But what's the gender role? I mean, because you think about it. Think about it now. Do we really have the ability to affect y'all life to where you can't go get no gas, you can't go vote, you can't go get a job, you can literally decide that you want to do anything in the world tomorrow and go do it with none of our restriction, right?
Right.
Black men can't stand up and say, no, you ain't going to do that. I said it, it's signed, done, walk away. Do we have the power to do that? What's the plight that y'all have with us?
You can't ask me that because I ain't got no beef.
You're a melanated woman.
I am, but I'm over here. All these other females over here, you gotta ask them.
Well,
I just be minding my business.
Okay, so I'm gonna put it out there then. What's the problem? Oh, my baby daddy don't. No, that ain't.
You chose him.
That's love. Stop lying to yourself and tell that man you love him.
Denial.
Yes.
Y'all need to get therapy and heal.
Lying to yourself and just tell the man you love him. Just tell him you love him so you can hear that stuff for the child, not even for you. The child is watching all this stuff and they're gonna replicate it when they grow up. So stop lying to yourself, woman, because I'm gonna tell you something.
What?
Most dudes, I got a lot of homies. Most of my homeboys that have issues with the mother of their child or something like that they going through, they always say how much they love her. Man, I really love her, man. She just be tripping, man.
You never hear that from her?
You don't ever hear it like that from her.
That's crazy, unless she drunk, but still.
Yeah, but you know, that's like shit not at in the morning. Well, I'm talking like straight up and down. He's like, man,
that's crazy.
I care about her, man. But what we turn the man up when she displays that she's with another man, right? But they put it on display on purpose. if it was
to get that reaction out of him.
Thank you. Because if it was really a real relationship, it needs the time to develop.
Right.
You want to do that in private. You don't want people out in your business. You just started a relationship.
You don't.
The person you dealing with that you're displaying is only for the person that you really love.
That's crazy.
People are insane.
They need therapy.
Okay. All right, glad it ain't just me. All right.
Yeah.
That's backwards. You know what? I love you. I'm finna destroy your life.
I'm finna make your life a living hell.
Because I love you. But
What?
if somebody asks me, I hate you though. That's a lot of back and forth, pulling up and down. That's a lot.
It sounds exhausting. That's why I don't want to be a baby mama. I'm sorry. I just don't.
So she exhausted now, right?
Heck yeah.
She exhausted. So guess what? Now she miserable because she exhausted herself. So guess what now? Y'all got to be miserable with me. I'm finna destroy your life.
I'm finna tell you how much your daddy don't love you.
I'm finna tell you how much your daddy don't love you because I'm miserable because I made myself miserable because I can't change my actions in order to be a more tolerable person so we can work out a situation that works for all of us.
Selfish.
Because I can't just take my own agenda and ego out of the way.
And be accountable.
And the system don't play on that.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Look at Maury Povich show.
Man.
He been making money off us for years.
And still making money because they got rerun channel now.
Jerry Springer. Karamo. Oh, damn. Karamo. It's a new show. He's a black man.
Karamo.
Black gay man. He kind of like Maury, but he's like a black gay man. So he got like a little razzle dazzle. Montel, all of them. Yeah.
Help me. Help me, Lord.
I need a talk show. I really do.
You already got one. You on it.
I'm just saying, like, on TV.
You talking about with that fake audience and all that?
Well, some of them ain't fake no more. Like the Jennifer Hudson show ain't fake. She got real people out there.
She invite those people into the studio. They've been doing that. If you can actually call the studio and tell them you want to be a part of the audience, they'll send you tickets and stuff to come sit in there because they want bodies in there to make it look like it's really popular.
Well, dang, I need to.
Yeah, they've been doing that.
I need to do that.
Cause like my cousin before he passed or whatever, he went on Maury, him and his girl, and it was so funny. But when he came back, he was like, man, he said, man, they paid for the hotel, they fed them, they paid him money. You know what I'm saying? To go on the show, and then they had to act like they was really having problems. They was click tight. You know what I'm saying?
I want to do that low key.
Yeah, him and his girl
but just for
tight.
fun.
But they went on there and they acted a fool on there. It was funny.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and they pay people to do that.
How much we talking?
I think he said it had like 1,400.
1,400.
They break them off.
Just to cut up.
Yeah, but it's TV. Man, come on, man.
I might need to be doing an audition or something, come to somebody's show and cut up now. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's TV. You know what I'm saying? So they got to manipulate it, make it look good. But you got to incentivize people to come on. Jerry Springer, the same thing. Do you really think them people going to come on there because they just so ignorant like that they just want to fight that person when they see them every day? You know what I'm saying? No, they come on there for the money. It's the money. So, I mean, it's TV.
But it's good TV. It was good back then, but now.
Well, actually, the TV back then has become the reality now. So back then we had Jerry Springer and Maury. Now we have Bad Girls Club. And
oh my God! Please don't say bad.
I'm
so tired of people saying talking about some baddie shot o'clock. Oh, and now that's TV. I'm so sick of them.
And now they out here in the real world with it. Because Nick Cannon got a show too.
Yeah, he got the baddies west or something. Yeah.
All right, man. So
he doing nothing but fueling the fire.
But he has to. He signed a contract. He signed a contract and then he tried to buck against it. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't sign their contracts and buck against their contract. They're gonna make you pay. They're gonna humiliate you. Because Nick Cannon's show, even though he had the beautiful women and stuff like that going on, right? It was still like a family dynamic type show. Like it was like one of the ones that the family can, look at it and laugh and whatever.
Are you talking about his talk show?
No, the Wildin' Out thing. Right?
It ain't even family oriented no more.
No, because
they talking about some stuff like what?
He's under a humiliation ritual for what he did for the anti-Semitism thing. That's why they put him with them chicks talking about baddies east and west. That's demoralizing. That's degrading to where he was before. Think about it. It's a humiliation ritual. So just as much as we lift you up, we'll pull you all the way back down.
That's crazy.
That's real.
I thought they got him a long time ago when he was on All That. Was it All That or King Nickel? One of them. When they had him in like the skirt and stuff and nails.
Yeah, that's when he signed his contract. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Him and Keenan
Yeah, Keenan.
and Kel.
Yeah, all of them. Amanda Bynes, that whole Nickelodeon thing.
Did you see the documentary? Oh my god.
This what we've been. We've been lifting these people up.
That's crazy.
To become predators for our children. Our parents did. Lion King said "Sex in the Clouds." We didn't even. The children had to go find it now. The children found it. Then we're like, wait a minute, what's that? Then you click, fast forward, click, and it's right there spelled SEX in the clouds. Wait a minute. What is this?
Which Lion King? The first one?
The first one, the original Lion King. When he was on that cliff edge and then he like plopped down because his dad had died and stuff. He was a little bit older or whatever. And then the flowers and then Rafiki grabbed it out the sky. Remember? So when he plopped down, the clouds was taking the flowers. It spelled sex in the clouds.
Oh my
and
god!
You paused it and it was right there. And after that, it was a complete rabbit hole of what Disney was really doing to people. And that joke was crazy.
That's crazy.
The manipulation, the child predator, people disappearing, the children disappearing, all kind of stuff going on. The land that Disney sits on.
It's a black folks' land. Well, indigenous people land.
Indigenous people land. They killed the man that owned it. Then they went and got a contract from the Crown of England so that it can never be touched. They own it indefinitely.
Did you see them back rooms and stuff? Somebody was walking through, they was in Disney World, like down in Orlando. But I don't know how they got to this place without anybody getting them. But they were just walking through like this building, and it was like down in like this little inside the earth or whatever. And there's just a whole bunch of back rooms with like beds and all that stuff. I was like, wow.
They've been found. They've been found guilty. Child trafficking, the pornography and all that. All of that is all there.
That is sick.
But why do our people keep falling? If all of this stuff is known information, how do we? It's not making sense. Epstein, Weinstein. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Well, Osteen. Let's just keep it a buck. How does all of this stuff keep happening? But then, P. Diddy gay, lock him up, throw away the key, put it down there, pay her $1 million out of his money. Do this, do it. Like, wait a minute, wait. Now something's wrong now. Something's wrong. So that means that even the people that we look at are not in control of anything.
That's crazy.
Okay, so now who's in control? That's when we go back to the ones that can punish you for being anti-Semitic. Okay? They're in control of the machine. But who created the machine?
That's what I want to know.
The truth gets stranger than fiction. Oh, we got people coming in. Okay. Reverend Therese, what's up? Andre, yep, everything be scripted. Andre, right? Everything is scripted. And they have the underground tunnels, which we already know about them.
Yeah.
A lot of them here. Mm-hmm. A lot of them here. It's a lot of them here everywhere. Did you know that America, I'm going to send you a video too, Mommy. America, what they call the mound builders, you know that, by the Indians or whatever, that all of those places that they call mounds, Indian mounds, are actually pyramids.
Yeah, it was like a video of like this tree, but like the roots or whatever, or like the trunk was like kind of had like a hole in it, and the top you could see like a top of a pyramid.
And then some, in South America they have the flat pyramids where they come to the top and then they're flat. So a lot of our mounds here were built in the same fashion because it was built by the same people. The Olmecs, the Mayas, the Incas, Aztecs, Peruvians, right? And they all look like you and me.
So this ain't really America. It's whatever land it was before.
Turtle Island. Right. The turtle's attribute is long, deep-seated, universal wisdom. So the people of Turtle Island house the energy for the universal wisdom. That's how you get the Mayans have the Mayan calendar. No other nation on the planet could produce anything like that. It came from over here, the Mayans. The crest of the beginning of civilization, how to build structures and buildings and this, that, and the third. All of that history is from right here in America. It's ancient history. Then we spread out Africa, China. We went into other places and showed them how to do this, right? Why do you think everybody comes here to get rich? We don't go there.
Because they chasing some type of dream, the American dream.
What is the American dream outside of the fact that we had everything? If everybody's coming here to take it from here to go somewhere else, that means at one point in history, we had everything that they now have.
Right.
Because they didn't get it from anywhere but here.
But they don't want to tell you that.
They can't tell you that. The African's not going to tell you that the Yoruba is talking about you and me. You see what I'm saying? That the Yoruba people they praying to and the gods, that's you and me that they talking about. They're not going to tell you that. The Chinese people is not going to tell you that the invention to how to make mass-produced items came from the assembly line, which was created by indigenous man in America. From him looking at plants. And then he saw how the plant rotated on a certain assembly, and he put assembly line together. Ford stole his idea. Henry Ford stole the idea.
Of course.
Okay? And then after that, the agent stole it from Henry Ford. They ain't going to tell you they got it from here. Boats, here. Planting seeds and farming, here. Hunting, here. History, here.
You seen the white man out there doing no farming?
No. Then on top of this, English. English is a language that is only, we created English. English is only germane to this landmass. What you have in England are called angles. They're not Ingles, they're angles, Angles, right? They spoke a thing called Anglish, something like, but not the same. The reason why they had something similar is because if you go and look on a map and say, because you know they say Western Hemisphere. You look on a map and say Western Hemisphere. The Western Hemisphere actually starts England down through the west side of Africa. So you get Nigeria, Ghana. So that's the Western Hemisphere. All of that, we had actual nobility set up in all those places. That's how we taught them how to build buildings and put up castles and forts and this. We taught the world everything, and we still doing it to this day. They just steal it now.
They steal everything.
You see? And that's the downside of having to deal with reality. Okay? So music-wise, wait, we talking music? No.
I don't know.
We talking destruction of family. Okay? So all of these things, learning all of these historical things and teaching these to your children, teaching these to your family members is what's going to spark the melanin to get back to building it. You get what I'm saying? Because it's just lying dormant. We're literally they called us the landlords of the earth. That's what our forefathers were called. The landlords of the earth.
And not them ones on Mount Rushmore.
No, those actually cover up Indian faces. Right. And the Indian faces had wide noses with the button on top.
Like the Sphinx.
Like us. Right. This is where we at. Okay, let's see. Saw that.
Man, the more you know.
I'm telling you, Andrea says just like some of the large so-called mountains are really large trees that they cut down, like in Avatar.
Yeah.
The giant trees, that's right. So if we, and they had, they had to do that in order to put the dome up. The trees would have bust through the dome.
It's a firmament.
Insanity. Some of them mountains look like large tree stumps, especially if you look at them from an aerial view. When you can see how the mountain is kind of like breaking off. It's tree roots going to the ground. Giant tree roots. Have you heard about the giants of North America, the red giants of North America?
The Nephilims?
My dog.
I mean, it's in the Bible. They talk about that. Fallen angels procreated with humans.
Yes, they did. And there's historical text that's popped up now. I'm gonna send you. Remind me to send you these videos because I've been watching them and I save them, but I'm gonna send it to you so you can check it. We'll talk about it next time. Let's see. Oh, Marcel, what's good? What's good? I gotta get with you too about them t-shirts.
They had Nephilim sightings in Miami not too long ago.
Oh, they did.
They said giant aliens.
Oh yeah. Okay. Let's
They
talk.
Nephilims.
Because this is important. I gather myself. So beforehand, David Icke. You remember that? You know David Icke?
David Icke.
That's the white dude that be talking about conspiracy stuff.
Yeah.
So David Icke was talking about CERN, right? And the portals and the CERN portals. So CERN, they use the photon light, whatever they use to go in that ring, and then it creates antimatter. The antimatter then opens up a portal. Now, mind you, now all the people was talking about how they gave the wrong coordinates because the coordinates, if you put them in backwards, it takes you to Antarctica. Right. So when they put the wrong coordinates in there, it popped up in Miami. The portal opened in Miami. And when they did They had video that was right there on the street level, and they paused it and zoomed in, and you could see the giant creatures that was coming out of the portal. That was crazy. Now they want to tell us. And then, how many police cars?
It was a lot, like almost over 100.
Over 100 police cars. In what high-speed chase, bank robbery have you ever
seen 100? You ain't seen 100.
Okay.
About 5, 10, but not that many.
Now, homework for tonight. Try to find real-life accounts of that happening firsthand.
You ain't gonna find it.
They're gone, right?
If you see everybody in the video like this, you ain't gonna find it.
There's nothing.
I have a theory though.
Okay.
I feel like, cause I ain't never seen over 100 like police cars like that. I feel like it was like a shapeshifter type situation. Like it was like shapeshifters in the police cars, if that makes sense.
Oh,
but that could be a theory of mine.
No. You always follow the theory.
Okay.
That's a hunch you got, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we let's put it in perspective. Right now we have in Pensacola, we got the police, we got the FBI, the CIA, the DEA, and the ATF. They all here, right? But the ATF, the DEA, the CIA will be riding around in normal Shelby County cars, right? So they look like it's the police. Okay. So whenever you have what's called the shadow government, okay? So the shadow government has different factions that they send out for anomalous situations. All right. Oh man, we going now. Recently, the CIA revealed that they released their 70-year or cycle close, so they had to release everything that was held top secret. If you go on CIA.gov, there's a whole list of secret documents there that you can read. They talk about all kind of stuff. Like people, it's gonna fry your brain before you get through it all.
Like the Vatican?
The Vatican, werewolves, just go in it. You got to go in it because people report this. Look, anytime something happens, everybody's first go-to is to call the police. So that database that collects those phone calls, they have to script every single phone call because if they have to use it for evidence. You feel what I'm saying? So
that makes so much sense.
Everything is documented. The CIA will take anomalous things. Man, I don't know what that was across the street, but it looked like a bear, but it was running on 2 legs, but it had the head of a dog. Like, they pull it, archive. That's because you can't have the public finding stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? Because most people are ignorant. So when they see that, they're gonna go. They're going straight to go look for it in the same exact area. Now you got this whole crowd of people gathering looking for this thing in this area. It creates pandemonium amongst people. So it's certain things that the public can't have access to for a while. We'll give it to them 70 years later when they're not even thinking about it no more.
That's crazy.
You see what I'm saying? They released that in 2020, 2019. It opened up, the 70-year cycle closed. Okay. These anomalous, when you deal with our people scientifically, we're a different breed than everybody else around us. And we've been taught not to think about ourselves on the dynamic and scale that we really are. So when you begin to put things into our psyche, like how these scary movies, all of a sudden we had this implosion of scary movies, horror movies that came out, right? All of those scary movies came out in predecession of the CIA releasing its documents. Okay? That was to get you prepared for the fact that these things are real. So now once you give that information to our people, the veil starts to get thin. Okay. Now I'm gonna look, because the way we are, we're going to change the world one way or another. The only thing you can really do is really delay it. You can't stop it because chaos, melanin is chaos. The fraternities and the secret societies, they all have that white and black checkerboard because their job is to make order out of chaos. We are chaos.
Oh my God.
What time is it? 8:33?
That's why they be saying it's chestnut checkers.
That's why they say that. It's chestnut checkers. Because when you playing with us, it's chaos. You feel me? Take the chaos, make order, then you can make the chaos create the world for you. And that's what's been going on here.
That makes so much sense.
We really don't understand how powerful we are, for real.
It's crazy.
We really don't. But the system is looking for this type of information, you see? So the reality is that we have to bring ourselves into the awareness that these worlds exist. So we're going to make the veil thin. When we make the veil thin, because now look how many people, black people, that's like conspiracy this, oh, this will make flip your head, and so many black people not jumping on the wave of the conspiracy thing, right?
They're catching on.
So what's going to happen is more and more people going to start seeing lizard men running around. You're going to be driving down the road and a werewolf going to run across the street, because this is the reality of the world, that they have put the veil over our eyes. You understand? So now the veil is coming off. The scale's coming off. The Bible said that. The scale's going to be lifted off the eyes.
Revolution. No.
Okay. I'm telling
It's
you.
all in
it's
Revelation.
The scale going to be lifted off
That's
the eyes.
crazy.
You'll be able to see. Insanity, man. It's been a while, little tuned in. Oh, yeah, right.
Discernment is what's real.
Oh, yep. And see what we was talking about. That Andrea just said. That's the men in black. That's right.
They're going to give you that little light and delete you.
That's right. To delete you. That's
See,
the men in black.
man, it's making sense.
The veil being thin, especially with the spiritual warfare. That's facts. That's facts.
Man, that is crazy.
Them demons. Yes, they are demons. They're unchecked demons. Okay, now we got to talk now.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be, well, unless you have anything else, then we'll close out after this. But so Andrea brought up something that was very interesting. She said those are demons. Okay, so we have to dissect into what a demon actually is, because if we go biblical, there were people in the Bible that were able to control demons.
Right.
Okay. Now, when you study into it further, it was only one bloodline that had the ability to do that, because Jesus came from David. David also came through Solomon.
Okay.
Didn't Jesus tell the demons to come out of nigga and go into the pigs?
Yeah.
He had control over demons.
Legion.
Okay. Then Solomon was pulling demons forward and trapping them in the ring that God gave him. He had control over demons. Okay. All of that had to do with the bloodline.
Right.
Okay. So when you understand the blood that's on the planet, then you understand to be able to control demons make one of an angelic hierarchy. That's how you can get a seed that comes later that says that I am the son of the Most High, right? Because of the blood. Okay, so the bloodline still exists to this day. What we have here is a reduction. What I was telling you before, if there's a higher stock, let's just say for instance, I come on the land, I'm Christ, and I have 15 children. Okay. I have those 15 children. That means that my stock is potent, because I have 15 examples of me that are now going to go out into the surrounding area
And replicate.
of my mindset, right? As time progresses, those children may have less children. Those children may have even less children. So now what you get sprinkled down is a few instances of where the spirit can actually show itself in that bloodline only if activation has been received, because it's been mixed with other bloodlines now. So that master bloodline is lying dormant inside of this group of people.
Right.
You feel me? So once that master bloodline has been activated, because only the spirit can activate it. You see what I'm saying? Only the spirit can activate you to see what you can't see. So that's it. So once the spirit activates and that bloodline comes online, now demons are going to cower in fear, because the Most High's bloodline is back online on the planet again. This is what the Bible talking about when they say Christ's going to come back. It's the blood. It goes to sleep. The people are asleep. They call them sheep. The people sleeping. And then one is going to wake up. It's going to wait, and it's going to create a ripple in everybody. That's what the system is looking for.
That's crazy.
Because if you remove that one, now you got another longevity of maybe 70 years. You can keep them asleep. They won't know who they are. You feel what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
This world is insane, man.
Dang. I am baffled right now.
Andrea said she hates she tuned in late. You can rewatch it though. All them ancestry and DNA tests, not just for you, it's for them to really know who you are connected to blood. Yeah. To the bloodline. Because they know. They already know. How do you think they keep such a detailed documentation on Jesus Christ's life?
Because it's the bloodline. They tell him what happened.
He was surrounded by spies.
It always be on folks.
He had to be. They just sit there just document. Oh man, he did this and he did that. Oh, he doing this and doing that. They had to. You see what I'm saying? They had to, because even then, after that, what did they do? They went out into the world acting like where they got it from.
That's crazy.
This is the nature of people. This is what we do. Everybody else wants the power too. I want to be Christ. Hey, yo, teach it to me so I can go tell it to people. You feel me? People do that today. This is the nature of it. So you know what Christ do? Be brilliant. Okay, I'll teach y'all, because I know you're going to go replicate it as if it's you. But it's the fact that the people need the information. So I'll go ahead and back out, get out the way, because y'all plotting to kill me anyway. Jealousy, right? Look at our people now. They'll get right out. They'll surround you. You'll be the person with the light on you. They'll surround you, and the whole time they plotting to kill you.
They plotting to take you out.
Take you out. Drink your blood. Do a ritual. You feel me? Put voodoo on you. All kind of stuff. That's the way it goes. You know?
That's crazy.
Ain't nothing different then than it is now. It's just digital. Look, man, it's needed. We fifth dimension from here on out, but we got to take it deep. All right, so look. What time we came in?
6:45.
6:45? You got 6 more minutes in you?
Sure.
What you got left?
That's it.
That's all you had?
Yeah.
This has been a really intense conversation. I have to go back and go watch this one again. Because this was really intense.
We watched the first one too, and the last one too.
And the last one. And we're going to keep this going. We got to stay in the fifth dimension.
Yeah.
People need that. You know what I'm saying? People need that. And this is just about the music industry.
Yeah.
Now imagine we get to talking about a OnlyFans and make some enemies.
I have nothing to say about that.
Make some enemies. They don't understand.
Stepping on toes.
Don't understand.
Watch your feet.
Hopefully it will make sense when we discuss it. Because, because y'all really should be afraid. If you on that OnlyFans, if you on that OnlyFans type online, that's what online see the most of you as. You know what I'm saying? Naked. You should be afraid. And we're going to talk about that next time. You know what I'm saying? So if Mo don't have nothing else to say.
I don't have anything else to say.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything else to say. I don't think. I think we covered a lot. We appreciate everybody that tuned in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep sending in your questions, because these questions actually came from somebody. I think they want to say anonymous, I guess.
Okay.
Appreciate your questions. Keep sending in the questions. Keep asking questions.
Send them in, Pooties.
Yes. And keep tuning in. And yeah, so we look forward to next week. It's going to be an interesting show.
Yep.
But yeah, y'all have a good evening. It's about to be Monday.
I dread Mondays.
Oh, hammers. Monday. It's about to be Monday. So y'all get prepared for Monday. Kids got school and all that. Those that are under the sound of my voice, when those kids come home and you get into their lesson plan and what all they got to go through and what all they doing, make sure you tell them what's real. Try your best. Tell them what's real. And if you don't know, then send them here. We'll look them up. All right. Well, if nothing else must be said, go ahead and holler at y'all. It's time to go to the house.
Bye, Pooties.
Later.